just want to see if this is working. So before I get too deep into everything, I'm just checking to see if we're all clear. Just doing a little test. Okay, that's actually not. It's not where I want to be right now. Okay. You guys aren't supposed to see that. You guys aren't supposed to see that. You guys aren't supposed to see that. Y'all not supposed to see that. Y'all supposed to see me. I'm wondering if you can see me now. I'm hoping. Well, hello. Well, hello. Well, hello. I see hearts. Taryn, if that's you, can you please like say something in the chat if you can? Because I think I can see the chat now. I should be able to see the chat now. I don't know if you can see me or if you can see my desktop. I'm trying to fix that right now. Trying to see if there's any way. I see. Oh yes, sup? I see you. I see you, Taryn. I see you. I see you, friend. Okay. How you doing? By the way, I am on YouTube Live, just trying to get something set up because I'm about to just start doing tarot readings and post them on YouTube because I have a lot of free time and I feel like this is where I'm being called to be. So, with that being said, I appreciate you being here. I'm just trying to set up so you can see my full face. See, and it's like the sources is killing me. Scenes. Scene 1. Program scene, preview scene. Okay. Now the question is, can you see all of me? Because this is like my first time doing it with my webcam. And I know my webcam looks terrible, but it actually looks good at the same time. It's giving grainy, sexy, you know? Hold on 1 second. I got another webcam, but like I like this one too because it almost get filter. I am trying to set this up because I was trying to do it on my end. No, I don't want scene 3. Program scene, preview scene. I'm trying to because I gotta do the tarot, so like I gotta have it focused on my face. And I want to see if you guys can see it all on my face. Hold on. Yep, nope. It's supposed to be all face. Well, if you would have had this, how was I supposed to? Like, how was I supposed to know how to do this first go around? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, but I'm gonna be up on here like reading cards and shit, and I'm gonna be doing nothing for the most of the days till I get a new job or some shit. It's rough out here. I keep getting motherfucking people texting me. texting me, I don't mind it, but I don't need no distractions right now. See, I can hear myself talk. It's crazy. So many technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second, because I want the screen to be all on me, not on my. Oh yeah, you see me doing some artwork. I know my background is atrocious, but I need to figure out how I can get just my face. Actually looks a little better, but kind of like it a little bright. Ooh, baby, no, I'm green. No, we're gonna just. I didn't mean to do that, but we're gonna just apply it. Okay. Playing with shit. I look a little purple, but that's okay. Giving me warning. Somebody giving me a warning. I don't know. Now I'm wondering if this works. Hold on 1 second. Let me check on my phone. If you can see me and only me, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. It's like got a delay on it. I don't like that. But it's better than nothing. Hold on. Maybe I could like switch the delay. Let me see. F11. Oh shit, how do I get out of full screen? Okay, that's how you get out of full screen. Oh, now y'all want to see it's excellent. Y'all know which I want. Okay. Default, we're just gonna go back to configure video, and we're gonna bring that hue back to 0. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna do full screen. 2 people in here. It's probably me and you in here. Oh yeah. Well, y'all gonna have to see me pick my nose. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Okay, I wash my hands because we're gonna be doing this little read and whatnot and stuff. Let me see. I'm gonna also test some audio here. All right, and I'm back. Okay, I wash my hands because I'm only okay, so like I can hear audio is good, everything's good. So I know everything that I can do like for future reference. Hi people. I'm so sorry it took so long for this video to get started. This is my first time going live on my laptop for tarot reading. Not my first time going live, as you can see. I have been going through some crazy experiences, and like I actually want to make a proper video because none of the videos I've been making have been proper in the first place. But hi, my name is Khadija. As you can see, I do tarot. These are different types of cards. They're not like regular tarot. This is the Kipper deck, but I know how to use this deck. But I do tarot readings. I do channel messages. I'm pretty decent at what I do. I get it done. If you are looking for a one-on-one reading, just for any type of insight, clarity, guidance, you can hit me up because I'm doing them for free. For the meantime, because I know it's a lot of you guys that are looking for readings. A lot of you guys need some type of like insight on any situation in life, relationship, work-wise. Like, is this gonna work out? Is that gonna work out? Is this person for me? To be honest with you, if you're into like the twin flamey stuff, that's cool. I could do twin flame things as well. I'm a twin flame myself. That's a whole different. That's a conversation that I'm gonna tell you guys about because it's something that's been like going on for a minute, and I got some information about a person who's my twin flame, and like I do want to come out and actually explain that because I feel like really, and it's a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts and feelings about that, but I can do twin flames because I'm a twin flame. So if you needed like a twin flame reading, I'm your gal. Let me see. Don't pay attention to that because I'm not even thinking. It's just cards moving around. So I wanted to start this video off to talk about gang stalking. Talk about targeted individuals. These particular topics are kind of hard to talk about on the internet, especially when you mention targeted individuals and stuff. It's kind of hard. It doesn't always get pushed through the algorithm. So if you find me and you're going through these experiences, then that's how you know that it's something that is specific for you, because they really try their very hardest to silence us. So yeah, I wanted to actually give out a message because I have some channel information. The shit is happening right now. Like, the shit is happening right now. That's why I know I'm supposed to do this, because there's been certain things that's just been happening that has taken me off of like a regular mundane path, and it's got me like, okay, I'm being forced to do this. And that's like actually like part of the title of this video. Like, a lot of us is being pushed into the forefront, or a lot of us might feel like that there's like a lot more exposure, like a necessary exposure. There's a reason for that. Trust me, there is there's a reason for that. There's a reason for all of that. I don't want you guys to see my bro. But like, yeah. So, a little backstory. Me. I consider myself to be a targeted individual. A lot of people feel like a lot of people have theories. They feel like they've been going through this situation since they were young, since they were kids, because life sucked growing up. But me, I can just specifically say I started pinpointing a lot of like activity through gang stalking since 2020, and I've never changed my story. I've never changed my story. I've always said that. Even like in like 2022, 2021, I've said that. Like I've went to people and was just like, yo, like I feel like something's going on. And a lot of people will try to like, they look at me and they be like, huh, mental illness. Bitch. Because if it was really a mental illness, I'd just go get me a disability check. Be for real. But I don't want one. Because I know it's not a mental illness, because I'm okay in every other area. Like everybody got problems. Everybody has things and they have coping mechanisms, and people like know how to navigate shit on their own. But when things are just coming out of left, and you just feel like there's a lot more people seemingly involved with a lot of sabotage around you. Like there's self-sabotage when you put yourself in a situation where you might speak it into existence, or you might do something that might inflict or reverse backfire into yourself. That's self-sabotage. That's life. But you're noticing there's a lot more people a part of that sabotage. You notice that there's a lot of people watching you, a lot of people like monitoring spirits. Like I've been feeling that a lot more lately. And at first, when I first heard the term monitoring spirit, I automatically was just all like, oh, you're thinking like a little orb and somebody's following you. It may not look like that in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm, it might look like that. But on the physical realm, what it looks like is people are moved like chess pieces on a board. People come through. They're the ones that's monitoring you and shit, right? Those are the monitoring spirits. I've been dealing with a lot of that. But 2024, I've been dealing with the gang stalking since 2020. But 2024? I'll do even better. A little close to the end of 2023, that's when I started to notice like things was getting hotter. I was like, what's this? Why does it seem like things are just getting more intense? I'm doing X, Y, and Z to get myself in path, right? I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. Wrong. They see that you're trying to get your shit together. They're trying to stop you. But for what? Now, fortunately, boys and girls, I have pissed off some people in high positions, high powered people, right? Well, these motherfuckers shouldn't have told me nothing. And they should have been doing it in the first place. And that's how I feel about everything. Like, I'm not going back on what I said. Like, if you feel so called to disrupt my life and everything that I do, because I know some information about what you done did, then you got the game twisted. Because y'all been doing it so blatantly, y'all not even trying to clean it up. Like, I'm just kind of wondering. Like, I don't want to get too far into it, because I have a message to portray to a lot of us. It's just certain things that I've been channeling, and I feel like that I'm supposed to just give this to y'all. But I have a story. I have a story, okay? And it just seems like a lot of people don't want to hear my story, because there's something about like this image, like this right here. People see a certain person and they have a certain vibe about me, and they don't want to experience that. Like, they want me to be in like a fucking form of like, oh, just magical sunshine and happiness and like femininity and seductiveness only to their whim. I hate that shit. Like, I'm a person. I went through things growing up. Like, that's why I look bad right now. I'm a baddie all the way through, because I had experiences. Like, anyway. But the story is, I had a regular 9-to-5 job like everybody else, working like everybody else, but I was on my path of spirituality. And in the midst of that path of spirituality, I've encountered more of my spiritual team, getting closer to the Most High, etc., yada, yada, yada. On that path, I needed a job. You need to work to sustain yourself. Let's be for real. Like, we could all listen to the people preach and tell us that, oh, chosen ones, we shouldn't be working, this, that, and another. We should be manifesting everything. But let's be for real, we live in a 3D reality where we need to take care of our finances. We have to get a job or we have to find some type of stream of income. And it's hard out here. So I opted for the job routes. Okay, it has never been easy getting a job. When you get a job, it's like a blessing, but like then you going through all unnecessary stress at your job. That's like not the job for you. No one should be stressing uncontrollably at their job. Like their job should not make them feel like they're gouging out their eyeballs every day. Like the work don't even be that hard. It be the people. It be them spirits. Anyway, moving on. I worked a regular job like everyone else, and then a company that I work for who makes military equipment went out their very way to tell me some information that they didn't have no business telling me, but I asked the question anyway because Spirit told me to. And I'm just going by because it's common sense type questions, right? So ever since I had this discussion with these people back in 2020, my life has been very chaotic. Very chaotic. And I'm very like intelligent. Like I know like real from fake. I might stumble because I'm human, might get a little disoriented because I'm human. But like 9 times out of 10, like you be right on shit. Like we live in a world right now where they want us to shut off our intuition. That's very telling. Speaking of which, if I can find it, because I'm over here shuffling that deck. I want to shuffle this deck because I want to use this deck. They don't want us to use our intuition a lot during this time. If your intuition has been getting you places, your intuition has been giving you results, your intuition has kept you safe, your intuition has been right about people for you, don't listen to these motherfuckers when they tell you to close your shit down, because these people know. And when I mean these people, I always mean like the powers that be, archons, etc. They know what time it is. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time that I'm up here with the cards telling y'all what's going on, because they pushing us to do that. We're being pushed. And I don't really want to, you know what? Let me scratch that. I don't want to say there. Like, I really don't want to give these people a whole bunch of credit, because let's be for real. Like, God know who we are. God set us apart for a reason. And y'all know who I'm talking about. It's going to be a whole bunch of people who's going to be naysayers. It's going to be motherfuckers who's going to make you try to humiliate you for speaking the truth. You know exactly who you are because you're in it every fucking day. Like, every day. And for no reason whatsoever. Like, people are immature, but it's not really them. It's really the spirits that's inhabiting this earth. The motherfuckers who is just running rampant and they jump through people. And they jump through people like jumping through hoops to get to you. And I've been dealing with it for a minute. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Honestly, it's getting worse. It's getting better and it's getting worse. But the message, intuition. I know a lot of people have heard about this. She's not even a YouTuber. She is like a Twitter astrologer, psychic, tarot reader. Don't know her name. Well, I know her name. I don't know too much about what she does, because once I already heard the story, I already was getting mad downloads. If y'all don't know about Mystic Lipstick, I would suggest that you guys do a few little Google searches. She was a social media psychic who decided to take her life and the life of her children and her boyfriend on the solar eclipse that we just had, the big one. Do y'all know that those people that y'all listen to with big platforms, and don't think that I'm hating because I'm starting off small and I'm just throwing stones at people. No, but this is from my experience. But do y'all know that these big tarot readers or big psychics or whatever that just seemingly amass the following out of nowhere, and they're just pushed out to you? Those people are in secret societies. Those people have their own little covens and groups and stuff, but they like They get pushed out there. Like, there is somebody out there who is hand selecting certain people, right? Okay, stay with me. Hand selecting certain people because they know how to maneuver and do certain things, but they're using them. You see what ended up happening? She ended up her whole family. Now, I already knew before I even heard about the Trey Melvin thing. I already knew first hearing the story. One, she's a part of some type of group. Two, she does some type of dark work because it's a lot of people out here who practice the craft and they ain't doing that. Okay? And the only time that you really hear about something like that is if somebody is dabbling in some shit that they don't need to be dabbling in, or somebody had got something put on by somebody else. Okay, so follow me here. So for a famous YouTuber like Trey Melvin to come out and say, hey, this person, I knew this person, and they were doing some dark shit. They killed my best friend in a car crash that I also was in. These people don't just get access to celebrities by accident, dude. They don't get access. They don't go and reach out to people who are up and coming YouTubers by accident. There's no such thing as a coincidence, okay? There's no such thing as a coincidence. Me personally, I don't know Trey Melvin. But I do know for a simple fact, because he was at such a high status at the time that he was popping, I do know for a fact that somebody had to have orchestrated them to get kink, clink together. And that can be done through magic. If you come here and you watch this video, either you believe it or you don't. Hey, it's up to you. But that shit is usually done through magic. And especially if you know astrology, I know for a fact that people who know astrology, they know certain times and certain things that they can call upon between certain astronomical events. Like they look at certain degrees and the charts and certain houses and certain planets and stuff. They call out to certain energies at certain times. So it's like, and the reason why I can speak so confidently on this topic is because I have seen this shit myself done before. Like, I've seen somebody who was a skilled practitioner. The information that they was getting at first didn't make no sense to me until I actually had to look into it. I was like, oh my fucking God, like, how did they even do that? These things are real. And if I'm lying, I'm frying. If I'm lying, I'm frying. But there was a reason why I wanted to talk about Mr. Lipstick, because it's been sitting in my mind. Like, I've been on TikTok and it's been sitting in my drafts. Like, I've been on TikTok lately, just shooting shit, right? But it's like this Mystic Lipstick situation. It's like, I know you want me to talk about it, but you don't want me to talk about it here. Like, you want me to get more information, because I've been waiting on it, and more people have been coming out saying that she was dabbling and dibbling in some dark shit. And some of the stuff that I heard was coming from the alley. And you know, the girlies on the alley be having some hot tea. Okay. The tea be hot. And yeah, something about, you know, shacking up with gay men and then trying to make them not gay no more through magic. Don't know why that was a preference for her. I just know that in itself is occultic as fuck. Yes, because they're quote unquote more in tap with their divine feminine. So it's like, you're already quote unquote divine feminine, so why would you not look for somebody who is your counterpart? It's like his gender is already masculine, but his embodiment and his spirit is feminine. That's weird. And then you trying to, I don't even know, somehow, some way they saying that that's why she had ended up getting, because she was tampering with a lot of people, so a lot of the karma accumulated. But like, to hear that extra sneaky deaky detail was just all like, yeah, because you was doing something. How do people even notice? Like, you was doing something. You was. I could be, and when you could feel like that type of like magnitude of magic, you can feel that shit. You can. I don't even know why. Like, and that's the thing, because I'm channeling messages. I just need to come up here and talk about Mystic Lipstick for a second. And it's like, and it's been plaguing my mind since it happened. Like, it's been so many things that's been going on in this world, but like that Mystic Lipstick situation has been constantly just like berating me, because I get so aggravated, because like now everywhere I go, anything somebody say anything remotely channeling any type of message or saying something does feel like is happening in the atmosphere collectively for everybody. Spiritual psychosis because of Mystic Lipstick. Spiritual psychosis. I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You know why I hate it? Because you literally can't help the shit that's being bestowed upon you. And when you're being navigated in the right direction and things do come to pass, like, you gonna sit there and tell me I'm under a psychosis? Bitch, I'm magical as fuck. Fuck you. It took me a minute to get comfortable here. And now you gonna try to send me backwards? Like, bitch, suck my dick. Like, y'all really trying to give everybody disability checks is what you're saying, though, right? Like, everybody, like, a lot of us is disability checks. Like, is that what y'all really want? Okay, let me relax, because I'm going off on tangents. I have a message for the collective. Now, the deck that I'm using today is the Divine Feminine deck. And this is by Megan Watterson. You know, it's a really beautiful deck. I had this deck for a couple of years, and I actually would like to buy another one of these. You can't even see it. Pity. Okay. But I want to start off with a reading for the collective, because I feel like I'm being pushed to bring you guys messages today. What messages do we got for you guys? Because I've been shuffling and talking. Whoa. I'm gonna get 2 more cards. Messages do we have for the collective? What messages do we have for the collective? On this reading, I put on the cover the number 777 because it's been popping up a lot. Synchronicity 777 around me. Let me see. And 1111. Been seeing 1111 a lot. Been catching 1111 a lot. That means there is something. We are stepping into new things. New things is opening up. And in the midst of new things opening up, things start to deteriorate and fall apart. And it's not fun, but it has to happen. Like today, for example, I made some tea today. Made me a cup of tea today. Smelled good, delicious, right? I was like, ooh, let me go get another cup because I got this tea brewing in here, right? So I went to go turn on the stove to go reheat my tea, only to come back like probably like less than like 3 minutes later. I smelled something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I go and look, and my little plastic bowl that I had for so long, little plastic bowl, I accidentally had it on the other burner, which is not even safe in the first place. That's not safe, but I always make the right decision to make sure I'm touching the right burner. This time I touched the wrong burner and I had burnt my bowl. I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad, but it's okay because I can go get another one in the near future. That's just spirit telling me, be more careful. You're gonna get a new bowl. Because the thing is, I already was thinking about getting another bowl. Like, I wanted 2 of them, but I might get 2 in a set. Who knows? There was a reason why I said that, right? There's a reason why I went on a tangent, you guys. I'm like a fish. Seven, 11, things falling apart. Told you that story because it happened to me today. I'll show you the proof of the goddamn bowl if you don't believe me. I don't feel like getting up, but I would. After this reading, I'll show you that bowl. What else messages the spirit got for the collective? Because I've been seeing a 777, 11, and you guys are forcing me to get up here and show my ass and do some tarot today. Hold on, let me see. Feel it coming. Okay. Ooh, that's funny. Because I seen that card recently. Oh, here we go. And there we go. And there we go. And I said I wanted to get 2 more, so I got a total of 3, and the 2 cards that came out It's perfectly guided for this message because of the thumbnail that I posted. I specifically chose that thumbnail for a reason because I've been feeling it in that energy, and these cards is telling that. So the first card that came out, you guys, is Hestia. Oh, you guys are not gonna be able to see that. Can you see it? Can you see me? Damn, she white. Okay. I'm sorry. It's Hestia. Okay. My bad, y'all. Here she goes. It's Hestia. Alright. She's the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home, and the most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Okay. Ooh, that's okay. Okay. I can understand why a lot of people are feeling that way right now. I truly understand that. If you've been feeling disconnected at any way, if you've been feeling like you're not in your body, if you've been feeling like you can't fit in, you see what I'm saying? If you're feeling like something is odd about you, like you feel like you just can't squeeze in the right places, or you feel like that sense of needing it to belong, because when you are a chosen one, and I know this is gonna sound so fucking cliche because it does every time I see this shit, but when you're truly a chosen one, you are going to be standing out like a sore thumb, and you are not going to be comfortable in most spaces, unfortunately, whether that's like within your family life or that's in your relationships, which it shouldn't even be that way if you're in relationships, but things happen. You mingle with the wrong people. Friendships, same thing with friendships. Friendships should not be feeling that way at all. Like I said, things happen. You mingle with the wrong people. You got to get with the right people, whatever. But it's like this feeling of home within yourself. Like you need to feel more comfortable and more authentic with yourself. You need to feel safe within yourself. Another thing, because I'm talking to the targeted individuals home right now. Are we not all experiencing some weird shit within our homes? Like, I know I am. I got my gay suckers right above me, okay? But are you guys experiencing things within your home? Disturbances, disruptions, people, neighbors who just assholes, new neighbors, assholes, old neighbors, assholes, just started becoming assholes. You've been feeling uncomfortable. This could be like a more broader message about the home, the earth, the hearth space, okay? Because it's happening to me right now, and it's happening to a lot of us. It's not just me, it's you guys out there too. Y'all having problems with your home situation? It's not just you. It's a lot of us right now. It's like it's shaking the foundation up for everybody. I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't like it. And I know you don't like it either, especially if you got bills, or you're facing eviction, or like, you just can't get comfortable in your space where you're supposed to be. Your home is your sanctuary. But see, I think, and you know who came to my mind when I just thought about this? I don't care. I do like to name drop on this channel. Empress Lillian. Okay, she first person that popped into my mind when I thought about this. Go follow her if you can on YouTube. She does amazing messages if they resonate with you. But I think that a lot of us, and I hate to say it because it's scary as hell to say, but I feel like a lot of us, we are about to have an upheaval in our homes. Baby, I'm telling you, if I wasn't going through it, I would not be telling you this information. I'm going through this personally. And it's a lot of other people I've been in contact with, who's been saying the same exact thing. Something's going on with the home space. There's people who I've seen who are chosen, targeted individuals talking about they just moved, and now the environment that they're moving in, they're seeing that there's certain patterns there too, and they got a certain group of people, and it's a lot of noise, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, are we being called out of our homes soon? Like, is there going to be a mass migration from like the urban into like the nature. Are we being forced soon out of our homes? Because the amount of people, including myself, who's been having a hard time just to feel like stable in your house. Like I wish I could sit up here and say like, oh, you know, you got a new house coming. I don't know. I don't see that far into the timeline. I only can just pick up certain messages from these cards and whatever spirit decides to whatever they tell me, because they don't always be. They whisper and they give me hints and clues, baby. I ain't out there yet. But I will say this: there's something going on at home, because no matter where I am home. This most sacred sanctuary is found within me. So if like we're going through a lot of things within like our physical space with like our shelter, like we need a roof over our heads. It's nice to have heating and electric and water and plumbing. Things are beautiful. But like whatever they got cooking up in the background, and when I mean they, I'm talking about the powers that be. But what I really should be saying is whatever the Most High got cooking up in the motherfucking background, because they doing all of this, but he see all of that. Like they doing all of this weird shit, but he sees like everything. He knows what he's for, and he knows what they ain't for, and what they're against, and what we're up against. Like, so honestly, I'll keep it a buck with you. If there is something going on with a lot of y'all home situation, the next card might be able to give us a little bit more insight, because there's more cards here on the table. The next card that I have is Joan of Arc, and this one is the Warrior of Light. And I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Look at that card. It's roundabout way when it looks like. But I'm not gonna lie, like I would recommend this deck because it is a very beautiful deck. Very beautiful. So, Joan of Arc. You ever see the movie The Messenger? That is a really disturbingly beautiful movie. Like, very disturbing. Beautiful. Told the life story of Joan of Arc. She was a messenger. She pretty much was receiving information from God, angels, to help battle in a war. And she helped. She did her exact duty, and they burned her at the stake. Because they was like, okay, now you a witch. Honey, a lot of that is happening right now. What? Like, it's happening right now. Like, it's so funny because the more I sit here and think about it, the more I'm like, baby, this message is for us. Message is for you. Message is for me. Message is out there. Home, structure, foundation, shelter, safety. Now we got the Joan of Arc right here saying like, and even though we may be going through all of these different changes, even though that we might be going through a whole bunch of like chaos, especially surrounding our homes, that ain't nothing but the enemy, because we still have that armor. Like if you've seen in the card, she has an armor around her. They might get on your nerves. They might do the noise disturbances every day. They might talk about you like a motherfucking dog. But did they get physical with you? You notice the things about what these spirits that work for the enemy would do is that they do a lot of things psychologically, because those spirits work through the ear. Thoughts is ear. They're trying to implant thoughts into your mind like something is wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you at all. Nothing's wrong with you. You literally are just a regular ass person with flaws. Because I'm not going to be one of them tarot readers that's going to come up in here and just make it seem like that you just out here perfect as a whistle. We're human. Okay? We fuck up. We cuss. We're violent at times, even though you're not supposed to, but like, look, the warrior saint. No, excuse me, the warrior of light. Nah, because I got the next card I got right here is the warrior saint. This is the warrior of light. Warriors are needed. you got armor over you. You're protected. You're protected. And I need to take my own advice. But because I've been going through a lot of things, because I be shouting at these niggas, because I'm a warrior, baby, I want to see blood. Like, I don't do the talking thing. I don't do the talking thing. I don't do the talking thing. I don't like doing the talking thing, because I don't go out my way to mess with people. I don't go out my way to mess with people. That's why I'm not a good shit talker. Because I don't go out my way to mess with people. You got to be, no, you got to have some backbone and you got to have the wherewithal to know you're going to start talking shit about people. Not everybody is wrapped up here too tight now. Not a shit talker. I don't go pick fights with people. That's why it was never good with using my words like that. But my hands, these little hands, they sting. I know they do. But you still have that armor over you. So, like, remember this though. They are doing a lot of things to disturb your spirit. Fuck with your home, that really fucks with your head. But they can't touch you. It's just the mind. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just the mind. And it's okay if you have a fucking blow up. But you got it really bad. Because I do it almost every day. You know, sometimes I be quiet in my house. But I hear everything. And I see the traps that they set for me. Honey, I hear everything. As long as I hear everything, I know I'm Gucci. Because I can hear the I can hear them plotting and scheming on me every day. That's how disturbing it is. Because they're loud and boastful about it. Like, no one's gonna stop us. Whoa. Hold on. You're a little cocky. Why are you so cocky? It's just begun. You initiate it, I finish it. That's how it's supposed to be written, right? That's how it's going to be written. Because we're protected for a reason. These people, separate myself, now I'm talking to you. These people who have been doing these things to you, these people who have been attacking your peace, is only psychological. It's okay to have your moments when you, it's okay. Because sometimes you got to discharge that energy. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you have to. Because you can't always just bite your tongue on every little thing. I get it. But at the end of the day, though, physically, they can't touch you. They can't harm you. They can't get violent. They can't do any of that. They can't do too much that's going to have the police come, because once you call the police on these people and they go out their way and put their hand, there's paperwork, there's trails, so they're just doing any little thing to kick at you and nip at you, so they can not get caught. But guess what? They can't touch you. Just fuck with you here, but they can't touch you anywhere else, because that's off limits. It's the name of the fucking game. All of it is off limits, honey. It's off limits. It's off limits. They can't touch you. Off limits, period. And I'm saying this with confidence in conviction. They can't touch you. They won't touch you. I done went upstairs to the motherfuckers, and it's multiple motherfuckers, and they ain't come outside. They can't touch you. They can't. Baby, that's it. You felt that. I felt that too. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, you can do all of this. I can eventually block that shit out. Oh, now you're gonna be shaking a motherfucking table, but you still can't touch me. Cause what happens if you touch me? I'm gonna show you what happens with the touch. I'm gonna show you what happens. I'm gonna show you what happens when you touch a chosen one. Because everything happens for a reason. The next character that I want to talk about is Warrior Saint. Okay. You see moms? And it's funny because she has a head wrap on, and I'm adoring my head wrap too, custom made by Baby Butter. You can get you one too. Okay. Anyway, I'm just joking. But as you can see, this is My Bakal. I might not have said that right, and I apologize. The Warrior Saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Okay, let me tell you something. So these people have been attacking your home, not making you feel like you should be at home, because your home is where your heart is. So you not feeling right at home. But you also have this armor of protection over you. They can't touch you, because if they touch you, it's over. And the thing is that because of who you are and how the Most High made you, you have this automatic energy of being supporting you in this moment, in all moments at all times. So we got to call out in at all moments at all time, not just this moment, but the next moment that's going to happen next, and the next one after that. But because you have that mark, because you got that mark on you, you always is gonna be good. You always gonna be looked out for. They're gonna do every little thing to get in your mind. And guess what God is telling you? Faith, patience, illusions. None of this is real. If they can't really make themselves known to you and tell you straight up what it is and what it ain't, if they can't really bring it to the forefront and manifest it into a thing for you to get shit popping, none of it's real. And I'm channeling right now because baby, I tell you, I be going through the human experience. I be going off. I just went off today. Did. But I know that I'm channeling because I feel better. Like I feel warmth energy. Like I feel a whole bunch of warm energy right now. Even if I'm wearing this cardigan, I will still be feeling cool. My body just temperatures just whoosh. That spirit. The thing about my Bagal, I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. The word love here is that a lot of us are under attack heavily, whether this is through like slander, gossip, heavy forms of spell work. There's a reason why they're attacking us. They're trying to weaken our vessels. That's the thing. A lot of the attacks are trying to weaken us. Okay. And they're also trying to rehash up old triggers. So things that in the past that you didn't probably come to terms with, like for instance, my game stalkers know exactly where to trigger me, right? They know exactly where to trigger me. First off, my house is echoey. So it's like, in everybody's houses, it's a radius of noise factor in here because they're old apartments, hardwood floors, concrete, everything else. Noise just be all over the place. And these motherfuckers ain't got furniture, just like I ain't got that much furniture. So we can hear everything. Look, I heard a chair screech upstairs, right? And it's always just that single chair. Anyway. So, yeah. Child, let me get back my mind on track. So, like, yeah. That's when you talk so much shit, you forget your point. Bring it back, spirit. Bring it back. Resources for love. Okay, back to the love. The reason why they're attacking you, you're a warrior of love. You're a warrior in the spirit. And when I mean you're a warrior, I literally mean that, like, you be the one to see some shit happening and you call it out. People might say that's snitching, right? Okay, but let me tell you something. It's a difference between snitching and just like, bitch, you out your rabbit ass mind. You need to stop, okay? Snitching is this, like, y'all both in like the criminal, world, the underworld, and y'all just both slinging dope, right? And like, y'all both slinging dope, but you get caught up with some dope, and you go ahead and get with the cops, and they're like, hey, we get you a bucket of chicken and some freedom if you tell us who else is slinging dope. Matter of fact, tell me who your plug is. See, when you rat like that, that's snitching, because everyone is involved in it. and you benefited just as much as anybody else. That's snitching. Now, that's just that. That's just that. Hey, some people might not feel like that's snitching. They may think, oh, it's heroic. No, that's snitching. Because you benefited in the activity just like everybody else, and because you got caught, you gonna fuck up everybody else's shit because you got caught. That's snitching. What's not snitching is you're in a workplace. Let's use that for example, because workplaces suck, right? You're in a workplace and like you're with your coworkers, and like one of your coworkers starts talking shit about the other coworkers' personal details in their life, and then like you're all like, okay, well, that's it's none of our business. Why are you telling us that? Like, wasn't y'all supposed to be friends? What did this person do to you? And like that person is just all like, well, I just feel like this, that, and other telling you guys because it ain't got nothing to do with us. But you just telling all this person's business for what? What did that person do to you? Only to come to find out the person did all of that to create drama and chaos because that other person was up for the same promotion as that person. So it's competition. And now this person is going through it because all of their information is circulating, workplace bullying, haha, people kikiing, snake eyes and shit. And their life is difficult because this person didn't want to see them win because they thought that they was the ones who was right for the position, and they're the ones who went out their way to make this other person look bad. So now this other person is walking around with this motherfucking shame on them for what? This wasn't even your business to tell. So the other person who was involved, not even involved, but somebody who was a bystander, was just like, you know what, that's not right. And they spoke up on that person's behalf. And the person who was doing all the shit talking got the fuck about the company and left. They was messy. They was messy. They were messy. They were messy. That's not snitching. That's ultimately doing the right thing, because if that person could do it to one person, they'll do it to another person. And then you got all of these motherfucking stank ass dead bodies in the workplace because motherfuckers get hacked up by this cycle. That's not snitching. That's doing the right thing. And people who tend to do the right thing tend to suffer harsher consequences, it seems like, than the motherfuckers who's the perpetrators. Okay? But because you are a warrior of light and you stood on your ground, you said something, because in your heart space, because it always starts in the heart space. You know that the head space, you think about it, but until your heart is connected, that's how you know it's like something ain't right here, because this is divine energy right here. Supposedly, because some people's hearts are dark. But this is divine energy right here. That right there is telling you that don't feel right. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. It might keep me up at night. That's usually God trying to tell you something. I know this from experience because I've been put in a lot of situations. I done seen a lot of fucked up shit and be like, excuse me. Because everybody else would sit there like, duh. Everybody else would sit there and be quiet and just watch shit happen. I don't feel comfortable like that, especially if I gotta still be in the same environment. Like, no, because I ain't like it. I don't want to see it keep happening. Like, are you for real? But people like that tend to be under the most attack. Why? Because you're a warrior. Because you're fighting against the principality. And that principality be looking at us in our faces, licking their chops. Like, and who's gonna do something? You did something. And of course, you being a warrior of love, you're going to receive support. You're going to receive resources. So if you feel like that your home situation, your sanctuary, your hearth is feeling shooketh up during this time, that is mainly because it is. But you're still going to be protected, no matter what the outcome might be. It may not look good for a second. Second is different in universe time. I'm about to sit here and sugarcoat none of this shit. I don't like it either. I'm not about to sugarcoat none of this shit. I don't like it either. Time is illusion. But we gotta sit through that shit. We gotta marinate and brew through it. We gotta wait for this motherfucker to keep ticking and talking until we phase out into the next chapter. That part is never fun. But there are things that you can do to like enjoy the ride a little bit. You know what I'm saying? there's been a lot of fighting. For some of us, they've been fighting for a long time. Our veterans, we gotta take a moment to acknowledge our fallen soldiers because it's not easy going through these experiences. And and I get a little emotional every time I think about it because I really sincerely do think about the people who have been telling the truth and they get sent to mental hospitals against their will. You know, they get sent to mental hospitals, they go to jail, they get assassinated. So many ways, character assassination. And then you also got, the unaliving of the self. That's another thing. But those things was designed that way. Designed that way to attack specific people. Because there's 8 billion people on this planet. And not everyone have these same experiences. There is a select group of people who are going through this, and I'm here to tell you guys there's a reason why I'm on this YouTubers today doing all of this, not out of sheer boredom. If I'm bored, I'll go watch some TV. If I'm bored, I'll be on TikTok. I have been called to come up here to talk more about targeted individuals and gang stalking because it is very real. It's not fake. It's not people just saying these things just because they want to say it. It's because people have been noticing things and things are not calculating. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Is it just weird that a whole bunch of people just seemingly can't catch a break? Especially in these workplaces. I tell you, child. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that every workplace was like non-toxic, because you still had to deal with a lot of that at jobs. But I tell you what, when the pandemic hit and they started doing that work from home shit, something about these work from home jobs just ain't kosher. They're not. And I know that for a fact, because a lot of people have been saying the same thing, especially trying to get back into the workforce after going through one traumatic situation through another with previous jobs and shit. Yeah, something not right about these work from home jobs though. Something ain't right about these work from home jobs. I prefer to work from home because I don't like being out there in the public. But something ain't right about them. Hook me up with one if you can, but something ain't right about them. They got too much control to mess with your shit. Have you looking crazy? They'll sit up there and gaslight you and play with your top. They will. I tell you what, this is like not too long ago. I had this bizarre dream. This is around when DMX died. Don't ask me what year it was. I just know when DMX died. And I had this really, really bizarre dream about workplaces. It was very much so realistic and scary. I seen some shit. And I don't know if that was like foreshadowing to what was to come in my life personally and y'all lives personally as well. But I seen some crazy stuff at these workplaces, and I'ma just say this: what it was giving me is giving me energy harvesting. Cause ain't no way. Cause some of these jobs be like anybody can do these jobs, right? Right? Should not be that hard, especially when you're working in customer service. You deal with customers who aggravated. That's a part of the job, so you already know what you already in for. But people who be going off at work, y'all think that they be going off on these customers just to be going off on these customers? No, I guarantee you, it's upper management. It's those fucking vultures, supervisors, managers, even HR, shit, IT. Them niggas be getting on your fucking nerves. And they do it on purpose. I mean, they will do it on purpose. They know who to there's specific people that they play with. Especially if you're good at your job. Now, it's one thing if you just out here raggedy at work. You're raggedy. You're raggedy. You're shitty at work. You're lazy. I've seen more people who is just, girl, fuck this job, and lazy, get by at workplaces like nothing. But people who actually come to work and feel like, you know what, I actually like this job. You know what, I'm actually into this. I'm into a good flow, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, X, Y, and Z. I'm getting by. Everything's, you're doing a good job. Oh, you think this is easy? I'm telling you. But they do that to siphon your energy. Because they do that because they trying to, like, it's weird, they trying to break you at the same time. And they trying to rob you of your fucking spirit, like your essence. Like, because you go in there with a good spirit, your head held high and shit, right? Because you already just pumped up to get a paycheck and you're trying to make the best out of it. Because really, let's be for real, I'm gonna be really real with y'all. I'm gonna be really real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If a paycheck wasn't involved, I wouldn't be here. Okay? If a paycheck wasn't involved, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be volunteering my free time to be in this motherfucker. But I'm making the best out of it. I show eyes do. I don't want to be here. Got the game fucked up. They try to put you in this mindset that you're working here for free. Like, that's what they try to put you in. Like, this is free work. Oh, we pay you enough, so we gotta work you hard. Whoa. This shit's crazy. It is. Trust me, it is. But I had a dream a long time ago, and I don't want to get too much into details because it is gory. Like, honestly, think about this. Think about Saw, right? Because this is what it really reminded me of. And I ain't watched Saw in a long time, so for me to have that dream during that time when I'm not watching Saw like that, it was like Saw meet Final Destination. And it was workplace related, and I'm like, and at the time when I had this dream, I was unemployed, but this was during a pandemic, so everyone was getting the stimulus checks and unemployment. I was in that bunch, right? I honestly woke up from that dream like, okay, I'm gonna get a fucking job. Like, I'm thinking that it's the Most High telling me, get a job, because I was unemployed and it wasn't working, and I was looking for a job, but it was like everything was shut down, but I was good. But I was like, what are you telling me? Like, do you want me to work? I was like, I'll get a job. What? No, it was him foreshadowing, like, it's actually gonna get really brutal at these jobs because they're doing something to you guys energetically, and they don't want you to know that. And the ones who know that, they get booted first. They'll rob you of your energy, and they'll do anything. They're doing a lot of things to force you to quit. Like, they're gonna force you to quit. And it's happened to me recently. They will force you to quit. And it's okay. Just keep looking. It's okay. Like, and trust me, I went through a lot of things, and a lot of things that I'm going through right now all coincided all at once. And I am here to tell you that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I don't know if somebody else is going through this. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody else is going through this because I have to share this story because I've been sharing all over my channel. But, like, yeah, like, if you're in a workplace situation right now, and you feel like them people are doing everything to get rid of you, make sure you do have your documentation so you can get your unemployment. Make sure you do try to save up some money so you can have a little safety net. And do your prayers. And all types of other little things that you need to do to get in alignment for that new thing that's about to come in. Maybe you're not supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not meant to work. Maybe you're meant to be doing something else that requires you. You're necessary. You're the part of the puzzle. You see what I'm saying? I I feel like I need another card. I'm gonna grab another. Oh shit! I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna grab another Divine Feminine card because I feel like there's more stories to this. Like yeah, like no, like I wanted to be direct with people. I didn't want to do this, not show my face. I didn't want to do this and not like actually have like myself up here talking. And if there's any like talking in the chat right now, I can't see chats right now because I got it all full screen. But I will say this, I really do appreciate anybody and everybody who's been like watching or sit back and watch this video because it's kind of long. My the gal, the warrior saint. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm gonna put you back. I'm gonna put you back because I didn't even get a chance to ask the question. Let me lock in. Is there any other messages that Spirit has for me to share with you guys tonight? Who's going to reach out to the collective? Because we want a message that actually reach out to the people that is meant to see. I want you guys to actually be able to see this and resonate with it. If this is like touching you in a type of way, if this is triggering any type of reaction, positive reactions, sometimes negative reactions, it's okay because like you never know what that might be coded in. But if this reach you positively, you get a little chill, a little goosebumps, or you just feel like little tingles on the top of your crown. That's how you know this message was for you. If you see any synchronicities, oh my god, oh my god. If you see any synchronicities on this channel, that means that message is for you. And the card that flew out fell on the floor because I want to wrap this up because I'm already feeling a little jet lag from this. Is Sarada Devi, right? Sarada Devi. Okay, clock it. The Divine Mother, and this is what this card look like. And she's super gorgeous. She's actually got her hands placed like this, centered near her heart space. Yeah. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. And that is the message that is meant to reach somebody, multiple people, or just a single individual. Hey, the message came to you if you see this video. If you've been feeling like that you needed some type of like confirmation that unconditional love is for you and meant for you, this is it. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for the situation that you're in, because the Most High has compassion for you. And I just got a little ping on my phone, so yes. The Most High has compassion for you and unconditional love for you. He formed you. He knew who you was before you got here. And you're here for a reason, because you're a warrior of love. You're the warrior saint. You're the warrior of light. You have that shield, that armor, unwavering faith, conviction all around you. And the presence of love is the absence of judgment. Hell yeah, y'all been feeling that harsh judgment during this time. I'm telling you, like everything that is going on right now. And because you see my video, you're going to be seeing more testament of me and my story. But everything that you're going through right now is a big it's charging up to a bigger event. So right now, a lot of us is going through a moment of judgment where we're being judged harshly. Whether that is from strangers, whether that is from these motherfucking gang stalkers, whether that is from relatives, co-workers, just anywhere, any place, like you just experiencing just like a high amount of judgment. Listen, at the end of the day though, the only person who could judge you is the Most High. That's a fact. If you're not out here doing anything that is so detrimental to everyone else's fucking surroundings, if you're not out here doing anything crazy as hell, then shut your ass up. Stop. No, if this person ain't doing anything that's really fucked up, then y'all need to back the fuck up. And that's what it seemed like during this time. Like, everyone is just nitpicky and just like so critical. Like, and not even righteously so. And I say that, like, I'm not saying that I'm going to sit around and judge every little nookie cranny and shit. Because, listen, I listen to the tea channels. I listen to the gossip blogs and stuff. And I definitely be hearing shit. And I be like, oh, honey, what? You hear about this Diddy shit. Of course, we all judging that situation. I feel like that's righteously so. Like, what is you doing, Diddy? But it be some shit that people be trying to quote unquote pass judgment on, and it's like, girl, are you judging this person, or are you just hating? Child, are you judging this man for his lifestyle? Are you hating him because he is comfortable with himself to be in this lifestyle, and you over here hating because you want to be in that position so desperately badly, so desperate and badly, but you so scared that you want to just continue to throw rocks and hide your hands, knowing that you want to join the club? Like, people be so quick to sit up there and pass judgment on y'all. People be so quick to pass certain type. It's like a certain type of judgment. It's like, to me, it's like it's imbalanced. You know what I'm saying? It's not righteous. It's like somebody just judging you to try to bring you down. Like, you're like, they have the authority to call judgment on you in the first place. Some of y'all, listen, I'm gonna pull another card because I'm about to speak it, because I'm pretty sure it's about to come out. People are very high ranking in the spirit. No, it sounds cliche. When you high ranking in the spirit, that means that you walk with a high moral compass. Like, your moral compass is on point, is fully attuned. You're high vibrational. People like that, like, when they go through something, when somebody goes to attack them, yeah, they get the impact, they get the hit, but they don't get the full, like, it ain't detrimental blows. But, like, once they recover and they go about their business after that and shit, you do realize, like, the person who sent that blow, then now they have to face the trajectory of that blow back to them tenfold. And they don't have the cover and protection on them. Do you not see what I'm saying? They don't have that. This right here, they don't got this. They might seem like they're untouchable right now. That's because they ain't step out of bounds to get touched. They just charging up an attack. Do you not feel me when I'm telling you that? Like, God's unconditional love is that part of that armor. And you might have to visualize yourself or tell yourself that. If you're not good at visualization, that's quite all right. But you can tell yourself that, and you will feel better. Because this too shall pass. Don't be thinking I'm just throwing up some motherfucking Bible shit. But, like, that shit is relevant. Like, you might be going through this too shall pass. Because I was going through some shit in 2023. That shit passed and then transitioned into this. But I went through some shit in 2022, and that shit passed. And then I went through some shit in 2021. That shit passed. I went through some shit in 2020. You see what I'm going here? And it shall pass. But throughout that whole time, you gotten better and you gotten stronger. Keep in mind, warriors of light, we keep getting stronger every time. Cause it's about to be a big major battle, baby. And they trying to take us out, and they trying to silence us a lot during this time with the judgment. You got God's unconditional love. Shit, judgment is absent. That's why Like, even though I'm not like a church goer, I don't go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm not a church goer, I really do wish that I did have some type of foundation in the church, because those people who were up in them churches, honey, some of them got so much motherfucking like high vibrational cloaking shield, because they're in the word all day. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they go to church and they're constantly in the word, but they still don't fall short through sin. Because they do, because they're human. They go to church, it's really a hospital. You really think about it, it's just a hospital for sinners on Sundays. It's open to sinners and shit, right? But you're getting all of these prayers, you're getting the word of God, and you're getting all that. Imagine growing up with that and shit. You have a different type of confidence. I'm not saying that everyone who goes up in church has confidence, but like your faith, because it's been instilled into you. I wish I was like that. I didn't grow up like that. I had to find this shit out on my own. Like, I had family members who taught me this, who taught me about the Bible, who taught me about God, who was heavily sacrilegious. They were following in the footsteps of like the 12 tribes of Israel and stuff. Yeah. So I already had that, but we weren't church going people. You see what you feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're anointed, but like we didn't subscribe to the church thing, which I'm kind of glad, because like that would have been weird. Like, I just see things, retrospect to see things now, because I see how people are, so I understand it. But like, something about that church though, it still is a solid foundation, very solid foundation, because I could tell when they go to church, you could just see it on them, and they will see it on you, and then they'll sit up there and they'll try to get it on you, like they'll try to strengthen you and stuff. That's completely fine with me. I love it. But I don't like when they just start doing like but I see something else on you and I'm not sure I like it. Well, everyone has a different journey and different path. Like, you're used to this because you come from this facility and you were made in this facility, and I didn't come from that facility. I mean, like, I'm a byproduct of the facility now, but I'm not like, I'm a free range chicken. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not boxed in. And that's where a lot of people might get us fucked up, because a lot of them, you know who I'm talking about, the ones who are just the self-righteous Christians and shit, right? Because you're not boxed into they program, they tweak, because they're like, they want to latch on to you. No, I know how to bypass them people, because I don't really like staying in their spaces. I be like, nah, like, you're not about to corner me into some type of debate and then exercise, and you're gonna exercise yourself to death and then blame it on me. Like, I don't get time for that. I done got in so many weird debates with people and stuff, and it's not really even like a trying to like enlighten. It's people who try to debate you, they're rarely trying to enlighten you. A lot of times they're trying to fucking siphon energy off of you so they can feel good about themselves, so they can feel prostate themselves, whatever the word is. They could just huff and puff and shit. Like, it's rarely about actually enlightening people. It's more so about fucking shit show. That's what it is. Is there any other cards before I quit this message? I'm gonna get one more card. You know what they say? They call it being drunk in the spirit. That's how I feel right now. And the only time that I felt like that, being drunk in the spirit, was I was speaking in tongues. You drunk in the spirit, you speaking in tongues. Oh yeah, speaking in tongues is like, okay, so when you speak in tongues, like, you're just supposed to just let it happen. You could start off by saying blah 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 blah, because that's how I started off, and then that's how I got, because I kept doing it, but I got drunk in the spirit doing it. I mean, when I mean drunk in the spirit, it's an actual esoteric feeling. Like, it's an actual spiritual feeling. I wasn't holding my breath, losing oxygen to my brain. I'm speaking regular, but because my throat chakra was active and I'm already setting the intention and the light energies was coming in and shit, and then you're communing with God and you're only speaking through your heart, it hit me. And I was, whoa. And I had told my aunt that happened, and she was like, girl, I'm jealous because you got drunk off the spirit. I ain't know what that meant. I was just like, I was weirdly tired. It wasn't even like a regular tired. It was like, and it happened to me when I was younger, so I never had alcohol like that. But like now that I'm older and I had me a little couple sippy shippies, I'm like, yeah, baby. It felt like I was drunk. It's a good feeling though. It is a good feeling. And then you go lay down and then you feel instantly refreshed afterwards. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a feeling. Is there it's this I don't know if somebody needed to hear that because I just be talking and it's just like and it just don't be me just talking for no reason. Pretty sure somebody needed to hear that. Is there any other messages that Spirit will have for me for today? Have for me? Oh, okay. See, and it's so funny because I knew when I was going to start talking about that speaking in tongues shit, there was going to be a card for that. And the next card that came out is Lilith. Yes, she is the first woman, the woman before Eve. Okay, it's Lilith. The first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. And that's her card. She came out. You know, people might feel a little weird because they don't like hearing Lilith, but she exists. Just like all of these energies exist. I am the voice of my body and soul. And we were just talking about speaking in tongues. And speaking in tongues is what? Using your voice. I don't know who needed to hear about speaking in tongues. They wanted me to mention speaking in tongues, and this card came out. And I'm trying to see how I can interpret this. Like, I'm gonna ask Spirit to interpret it for me. So, Spirit, what you want me to know about? They want me to talk about speaking in tongues, and then Lilith came out. And now this is such a controversial spread now, because Lilith and speaking in tongues, like, where do we even, what are you trying to tell us? See, this is the thing, like, people are not ready for that conversation, but like, people see God as a man. I don't mind it. I say Father when I speak to God. You know, that's just something that's ingrained in me. That's just something that's ingrained in me. But like, we don't like to focus on any of the divine feminine energies throughout biblical context or any other context, because a lot of these women in this spread, divine feminines, they were persecuted because of their gender. So again, it's something about this feminine energy. Like the first woman, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose that life. I choose the life that I desire to live. Now, what does that got to do with speaking in tongues? Like, speaking in tongues, I mean, you could be easily saying you're speaking life. Ka, that's that spirit energy. Ka is the spirit, I believe. Well, I gotta look that back up. But it's something about, because again, when you're speaking in tongues, like, you may not know exactly what it is that you're praying for, but on your heart, God knows what you're praying for on your heart, though. Your heart is where your desires sit. You're like, your true desires is within your heart. So you speaking in tongues, using your body, and your soul is also interacting with that. And then you also have to remember, gotta realize, you speaking from your heart is your desires. That's babe, hey, boom, boom, bam, easy peasy. Just went ahead and just did that for you. Like, boom, boom, bam. Take whatever resonates. If that resonates with you, have at it. I think I'm done. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into this reading. I have to go because I think I'm going to get some water. Just chill out. So I feel good. You know, after you do readings, you want to do a little cleansing. I'm going to do a little cleansing work and stuff because you pull for a lot of people when you ask for specific messages. Collective, they're going to be like collecting them. So, yeah. So, thank you for watching. Have a great night.